Alright, shalom. All praise to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Double honors to the elders of GMS, which feed us with knowledge and understanding. Much love to you brothers on the four corners of the planet that's pushing this truth. This is for the elect's sake, to help edify you brothers, help edify the elect. Okay, the 144,000 and the 1/3 of Israel that will be saved through this coming trouble. Okay, quick story. I just wanted to update you guys on a couple things. They had a couple snowstorm that happened in South Dakota that ravaged that place. So I'm gonna play a little bit of this report, and then I'll get into the script.
As ranchers went out to check their cattle yesterday and today, many of them knew that what they found wouldn't be.
Play that again.
As ranchers went out to check their cattle yesterday and today, many of them knew that what they found wouldn't be pretty, and it certainly wasn't. They found cattle huddled up along fence lines, along creek bottoms, and in road ditches, all dead. Sylvia Kristen with the South Dakota Stock Growers Association says she's talked to ranchers who've lost 20 to 50% of their cattle. One rancher near Union Center told me today he was on horseback the entire morning and didn't find one live animal. Sylvia Kristen says some ranchers may not recover from the losses for years. She says, though, efforts are underway at the state level to get some assistance to these ranchers.
Well, you know, we had a
Alright, let's read this real quick. Right now, the Most High is putting hell on these devils, because a lot of Negroes don't, and I know South Dakota is stolen land. Alright, they stole that from the Gadites. Okay, so the Most High now is putting hell on these people, man. He said these Edomites are not gonna recover for years, man. Years, and some of those losses are ill. They can't come back from it. Okay, so let's get a quick verse. This is Deuteronomy 30:7, and this is what's happening, taking place right now. We served our time, man. This is Deuteronomy 30:7, and it says, let me start at 4. Actually 3. Salakia. It says, then that the Lord thy power will turn thy captivity and have compassion upon thee, and will return and gather thee from all the nations whither the Lord thy power has scattered thee. Have we not been recovered? Do we not have his name? No matter what Nate the snake is talking about, we have the name. Okay, it's been documented in research. We have the name. So that's the form of the Most High giving compassion, man. That's the Most High recovering us, because the name is important. That's how we can call upon him. We don't have the name, we can't call upon him. And it says, then the Lord thy power will turn thy captivity and have compassion upon thee, and will return and gather thee from all the nations whither the Lord thy power has scattered thee. And if any of thine be driven out unto the uttermost parts of heaven. We're in the uttermost parts. The uttermost parts is the other side of the planet Earth, man. We were in the land of Israel, the Middle East. So the uttermost parts would be United States, America, Brazil. Those parts are there. You got Australia. That's even what's closer to the Middle East. But America, which we're at today, by the way of the North Atlantic slave trade, okay, in different displacements, in captivities. And it says, that's why it says, turn again our captivity. Because how do we get to America? By slave ships, cargo slave ships. And it says, if any of thine be driven out unto the uttermost parts of heaven, from thence will the Lord thy power gather thee, from thence will he fetch thee. And let's jump down to verse 7. The Lord thy power, it says, the Lord thy power will put all these curses upon thy enemies, and on them that hate thee, which persecute thee. Now let's get that curse. Let's get that. This is the book of Haggai. Let's get this curse right here. This is the book of Haggai 2 and 17. I smote you with blasting of mildew and with hail, and all thy labors of thy hand, and ye turned not to me, saith the Lord. Now this verse is applying to Esau. The labor of his hand is farming, because these cattle that's been lost, that's labor. Because what do? They feed the cattle, they graze the cattle, they might slaughter some, they might use it for dairy. It's all GMO cows anyway, so those cows needed to die. One on the other hand, that's the labor. The Most High now is putting the curses on Esau. Okay? And let's get another verse on this hail. This is the book of Exodus 9 and 25. Book of Exodus 9 and 25, and it says, "And the hail smote throughout all the land of Egypt, all that was in the field, both man and beast." You hear that? Both man and beast. "And the hail smote every herb of the field, and brake every tree of the field." Okay?
Conference call this morning with the Secretary of Ag, some staff from the governor's office.
Years. She says, though, efforts are underway at the state level to get some assistance to these ranchers.
You know, we had a conference call this morning with the Secretary of Ag, some staff from the governor's office, various emergency operations people, and also the brand board to put a plan in place for what we can do for these producers to get on the ground and help them a little bit.
But there was a bitter statement from Senator Tim Johnson's office today that the losses come at the very time the USDA's farm service offices have been shut down. As a result,
so now the government shut down. These people ain't got nobody to go to. Hey, it's funny, man. Hey, we don't own farmland. We're cursed right now. We own that. We don't own no land out there. You know, that's. Hey, I'm in the country, okay? I'm down south, man. I ain't too heavy down south. Missouri's the middle, but hey, man, they feeling it, man. That's their livelihood down here.
Senator says ranchers won't even be able to document their losses.
So they won't even be able to document the losses to even claim it back because the government shut down. So there's no movement. The grinding is ceased, man, on the government. All right, let's play that again.
As a result, the senator says ranchers won't even be able to document their losses. The dead cattle not only represent a huge financial loss, but will present an increasing health risk as the weather warms. Thousands of carcasses will have to be disposed of in the coming days.
There's a health hazard with those animals laying out there in the ditches, and it also is just they need to be picked up. We need to identify whose animals those are and make sure that the ranchers also can compensate or account for all of their livestock.
The blizzard killed huge numbers of cattle because of the unique nature of the storm. Ranchers say the heavy, wet snow stuck to the cattle's hair and made them soaking wet. Then, freezing temperatures and 70-mile-an-hour winds chilled the animals until they died of exposure. Most of the cattle will be discovered and disposed of in the coming days, but some are probably buried under snowdrifts and won't be discovered until spring.
So that's going to spread disease. Let me get this. This is Psalm 78. We're verse 47. Psalm 78, verse 47. And it says, He destroyeth their vines with hail, and their sycamore trees with frost. He gave up their cattle also to the hail, and their flocks to the hot thunderbolts. Hey, all praise to Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, man. All praise to the Most High and His Son. Listen to this verse, man. And he said, He gave up their cattle also to the hail, and their flocks to the hot thunderbolts. He cast upon them the fierceness of His anger, wrath, and indignation and trouble by sending evil angels among them. So the Most High is doing this, man. You're watching this ain't nothing new. This is the Most High coming back, man, and showing Himself again, man. Okay, the time is at hand. Let's get this in Ezekiel 13 and 13. This is Ezekiel 13. Let me see how much time I got. I'm gonna try to cut it right at no, I got plenty of time. Let's try to cut it at 15. So this is Ezekiel 13 and 13. And it reads, it says, Therefore thus saith the Lord power, I will even rend it with a stormy wind in my fury, and there shall be an overflowing shower in mine anger, and a great hailstone in my fury to consume it. Did you not hear what they said? They said, look, the rain wetted the animal's fur, and then a blasting snowstorm came through and froze their ass, man. This is the working of the Lord. This is saying it right here. This is the Most High's words, man. that was written through men. This is the Most High telling you this. This is the time we're in. Read it again. Ezekiel 13:13 says, "Therefore thus saith the Lord power, I will even rend it with a stormy wind in my fury, and there shall be an overflowing shower in my anger, and a great hailstone in my fury to consume it. So will I break down the wall that ye have." That's it on that. Let's go to Job. Let's get the book of Job 38 and 22 real quick. This is the book of Job 38 and 22. And it says, "Hast thou entered into the treasures of the snow?" It says, "Hast thou entered into the treasures of the snow? Or hast thou seen the treasures of hail, which I have reserved against the time of trouble, against the day of battle and war?" So these are the Most High's. This is a part of the Most High's armory, man. These snowstorms and hail blasting. Okay, so with that, I'm gonna say all praise to Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. Double honors to Els at GMS. Much love to you brothers on the four corners of the planet. Keep pushing, man. Alright. And then you also got a trucker strike. I didn't even get into it, but you got a trucker strike and Chinese troops. You know, I might do another video, Lord willing. Shalom.